I have a dear friend and advisor who's told me about his mother, Hilda, and he's given me permission to account for some of it today. Hilda was one of 5. They were removed from their family because they were considered poor. Hilda, my advisor's mother, never recovered. She felt the shame and prejudice that was not hers to bear, and she bore it her whole life. And it is a mark of her character and resilience that she was able to produce people like my advisor and his siblings. One of Hilda's siblings was Bob, and Uncle Bob was sexually abused. How we could have survived any of that is anyone's guess. And here's the thing, Uncle Bob went on to get married, have a family, to serve in a very senior role in the Metropolitan Fire Brigade Command. And after some 4 decades of marriage, his past caught up. His marriage broke down, he left his family, and he died alone and destitute. All because he couldn't break out of the clutches of the horrors he'd survived. And it is so important for us to remember, as the Premier has said, that the scars are lasting and they will need constant support as we go ahead. I want to thank Clan. I want to thank all care leaders right across our state, right across our country. Those who support them, those who are with them, everyone involved in this effort. I understand. To everyone involved in this effort, to bring closure and comfort to those who've been affected. We must support this apology with real action. And to those like Hilda and Bob who have long left us, we will not forget their time and their experience. In supporting the Premier in this motion, I just wish to say this. Nothing we say today may assuage completely the enduring anguish of not knowing the answers to some of life's most profound questions. What are the origins of my existence? From whom do I descend? Where do I find unconditional love? Your life journey will go on from today, but I do hope that this occasion marks an uplifting milestone on your pathway to ongoing discovery and healing. And I also hope that this apology is made auspicious not just because of the collective expression of the deepest sorrow today, but by the comfort in knowing that this assembly constitutes us saying that we are with you and that we will walk with you. For any community to truly claim the mantle of being a community, it must itself be a family. And so we meet here today not just as members of Parliament, not just as friends and acquaintances. I want all of you to know we meet here today as sisters and brothers. And I hope that in the moments to follow this, when we meet outside the chamber, and in the days and years ahead, you will remember that, and that you will greet me as John, your brother. Well, that is the mark of a true community, that we are ultimately a family. And so I am proud on behalf of the Liberal Party National Party to join with the Premier in support of this historic motion.
Invite the Leader of the Victorian Greens who would like to speak to the motion.
on behalf of my colleagues to support the government's apology and to express our deepest sorrow for the traumas experienced by victims and survivors of abuse and neglect in institutional care. Today is historic, and while we know it comes too late for too many, it is so important that institutions right the wrongs of the past and are able to say sorry. To be removed from one's family and to be placed in care is a painful experience for any child. But then to experience abuse and neglect at the hands of those who are meant to care for you is truly unthinkable, and yet it was a reality for so many Victorians. Here today, in this Parliament, we are apologising for the failings of the care system that ultimately resulted in profound